Greetings, human. I would have you know Valhalla is a very sacred place of the Asgard dead. It is only because of the war that we would allow you to make camp here. Not well. Our city is overrun, and our warriors imprisoned. Odin is now facing the frost giants alone. You must travel to Asgard and free Baldur from his prison. Then he can rally the other gods and win back our fair city. It is the world where the honored dead of Asgard go. Here the astral energy of the deceased exist until Ragnarok. The courageous dead are escorted here by warrior women who appear over battlefields and take stock of the slain. The greatest of them is called Valkyrie. He is second in power only to the mighty Thor. Baldur is always looked to as a leader in times of danger. He is indeed. Prophecy tells us that Baldur's death will help trigger Ragnarok, the end of Asgard, and the destruction of its people. Quite well. As children, Thor and I would play together, and then, later in life, we became more. For a time we were happy, and it seemed that we would wed, but I could not abide his constant interest in Midgard, the planet you call Earth. And because of that, we never married. You may go now.
Well done. You have proven yourself to be valiant warriors. The door to the Hall of the Honored Fallen is now open to you. Hello, valiant warriors. Welcome to the Hall of the Honored Fallen, where the courageous dead of Asgard feast and await the final battle. And to think, I died just yesterday. To the beauty, sit and drink with me.
I tell you what, life is sweet at the X-Mansion. If it weren't for that big blue ape guy asking me when I'm gonna leave, I'd stay there forever. I've got one last idea to get solid evidence against her, but I need the password into her S.H.I.E.L.D. account. It's either Ivan Petrovich or Dr. Inez. Talk to Hank Pym about it.
Wow. Would you look at this place? Never seen so many dead guys having the time of their lives. Me and Jeannie had something going on. Not exactly sure what, but it was a powerful something, I'll tell you. Who knows? Not that I stood a chance with Cyclops mucking things up. But now it's too late, ain't it? Guess I'll never know what she and I could have had. They're mine, but they're made out of bone. I got this coating of adamantium over them thanks to the sadists at Weapon X. It wasn't just my claws, it was my whole body. My bones will rust before they break. And those butchers did it to make me the ultimate killing machine. They're mine, but they're made out of bone. I got this coating of adamantium. It wasn't just my claws, it was my whole body. They drugged me and tried to make me their puppet. Then they slipped up, and I showed them what a big mistake they made. But I wasn't the only one they got. Yeah, lots of them. Sabretooth, Maverick, Silver Fox, and that nutball Deadpool. Yeah, sure.
I need more drink.
Hello, and welcome to the Hall of the Honored Fallen. Pretty fantastic place, huh? No, he's married to me. might be an IQ point or two above me, but let's not forget, I've got advanced degrees in 4 biochemistry fields, and I'm pretty good at math, too. It all started when Reed was building a rocket ship a few years back. He had heard the government was going to pull funding, so he decided to take the ship up before the project could be discontinued. Since Reed couldn't handle a ship alone, Ben Grimm went as the pilot, while my brother Johnny and I went as additional crew. Well, the leader of our team is my husband, Reed Richards, who's also known as Mr. Fantastic. Then there's his best friend, Ben Grimm, although most people call him the Thing. Next is my brother, Johnny Storm. He likes to be called the Human Torch. And then there's me, Sue Richards, the Invisible Woman. It was no problem at all.
Hello. This is quite the party they have here, isn't it? People are still pretty shocked about losing our teammate in the Fisto realm, but having Weasel there is a nice distraction. Beast discovered Weasel down in the sub-basement hacking into Cerebro. Forge caught him trying to get into the X-Jet hangar, and Emma Frost found him trying to start up Wolverine's motorcycle. He's always struck me as a man who's fair and wise, but after seeing the Super Soldier Serum program and the Atlantean outpost, I don't know. Has Colonel Fury lost the ability to know right from wrong? What justifies creating those bestial super soldiers or spying on innocent neighbors? I am a mutant. I was born with the power to affect the weather. It didn't activate until I became a teenager. Yes, for some people, a little too different. Take Senator Kelly, for instance. He'd like to have all mutants rounded up and put in jail just because they are different. Anytime, my friend.
Greetings, and welcome to the Hall of Valhalla. That is putting it lightly. Though we were raised as brothers, Loki has always held me in great disdain. I don't know. Perhaps because he is of frost giant blood. Perhaps he needed more attention from our father as we were growing up. Whatever the cause, he is a vile and deceitful creature. For many years, my father overlooked Loki's misbehavior, and many were the times that he tried to bring peace to us. But alas, he failed. My half-brother's hatred grew, and his name changed from the god of mischief to the god of evil. Since then, he has not only attempted to destroy me, but to take the throne of Asgard. He has come close several times. Once, he switched bodies with me and assumed my identity. Another time, though it embarrasses me to recall, Loki turned me into a frog. Aye. My father once even imprisoned Loki in a tree. Of course, no prison can hold the god of evil. He escaped and has gone on to commit numerous crimes against Asgard and Earth. Fare thee well.
Yeah, you know, this team needs a catchy theme song. Something that mentions shaking your booty. We can call ourselves Deadpool and his lackeys. And we can all get matching uniforms. Something in a dark blue. That color really sets off my eyes.
Yeah, we do. With capes. Look at Dr. Doom. He gets all kinds of respect. And you know why? Because he has a big, scary cape. Well, there is that. But you can't deny the cape really makes him look tough. But let's go him one better. Let's wear elbow pads and shin guards with spikes coming out of them. Now that's tough. No, I don't think so. You know how people talk crazy because they're insane? I talk crazy to keep from going insane. If only you knew what I've got twisting around in my brain, thanks to Weapon X. Yeah, I went there because they promised to cure my cancer. In a way, they gave me a healing factor like Wolverine's. And so many scars, I'm never taking this face mask off. I like your thinking, Sunshine. Hey, we could even form a band. Oh, heck yeah, just think of it. With Storm singing lead, Wolverine on the bass, and the Thing on drums. And not to brag, but I play a pretty mean bagpipe. I've got a rash. Wanna see it?
Why does that scoundrel named Weasel stare at me so? Ha! Don't make me laugh. A puny man like that is of no concern to me. Though I must admit, his stare is rather unnerving. Even to one such as I, who have endured the horrid sights of countless battlefields. I am Valkyrie, a chooser of the slain. My warrior sisters and I ride over battlefields and escort the worthy fallen to Valhalla. Yes, here they are honored and can feast to their heart's content. Then, on the day of Ragnarok, they will battle once again and prove their courage one last time. I can see a fire around them, a death glow, that signals the warrior is close to the end. Few other gods have this power. Long ago, I was allowed to roam the battlefields of Earth and look for worthy warriors. But Odin put a stop to that. I am now limited to the battlefields of Asgard.
More food!
Fare thee well, human.
Now this is my kind of party. Look at all this food. Almost makes me wish I was dead. Me and Stretch was roommates back in college. Of course, we wouldn't have been if his first roommate hadn't have been such a yo-yo. Victor Von Doom. The guy took an instant disliking to Reed and me, which is quite a surprise, considering what an amiable chap I am. I kinda gave it to myself. I mean, look at me. I'm not exactly something you'd see walking down the fashion runways of Paris. Well, wouldn't you be? I got a face even a grandma could hate. Yep. After college, I joined the Air Force and got my wings. I'm not half bad as a jet jockey, if I do say so myself. Oh. It always comes back to this, don't it? Yeah, I was flying when the ship got hit by that radiation. That's when we became the Fantastic Four. No problem.
To Odin and Asgard.
Hey, how are ya? He's one of the few men who ever treated the Black Widow well. Ivan was her chauffeur, and later turned out to be her surrogate father. He had raised her after her parents were killed in a fire. You'll have to ask the Black Widow about that name. Come back.
I am very sorry to hear about the death of Jean Grey. I am sure you did everything. Yes, he is a dreadful man. I hate to even think of his name. He created a drug known as the Deathless Frenzy. It sent its victims into a blind rage and then consumed their bodies. Completely reprehensible. It was no trouble at all.
Sit and drink with me! I need more drink.
Oh, isn't that Valkyrie something? Maybe I should, go over there and introduce myself? Beast and a friend of his, Forge, I think, had some kind of teleportation device they used on me. But they told me I have to get back to Earth pretty quick. Something about keeping a lock on me could tear the space-time continuum and, I don't know, destroy reality as we know it. Makes me wish I was a mutant. Huh, they've got everything there. Tennis courts, a pool, and a sub-basement full of high-tech gear. That would be great. But Beast keeps following me around and asking me when I'm gonna leave. Thanks. When you get back from your mission, I'll have some solid evidence against Black Widow. You can thank me later. With cash.
Sit and drink with me.
Ha-ha! It was more wondrous than my wildest of dreams. How I wish I could forever relive the fall of Asgard. It was so amusing to watch the oafish knaves as they fought in defense of their beloved city. But one by one, they realized that all was lost. Heimdall, Tyr, and even the mighty Balder have tasted the bitter dregs of defeat. Now I, Loki, am the true lord and master of Asgard. And all those who had dared to mock me are in chains, beaten and hopeless.
Need I remind you, Loki, that your brother Thor still remains free?
Your fascination with the god of thunder grows tiresome, Enchantress.
But has he not proven himself your better, time and time again?
Careful. That beauteous face will gain you only so much of my mercy.
But she does bring a valid point to light. Thor will likely attempt to liberate the fallen warriors.
Think you that I would not be prepared? Traps aplenty wait for those who would dare to free my prisoners.
Traps that even they cannot overcome?
You underestimate me, Doom. After all, am I not the god of mischief? My brother and his friends will most assuredly enter Asgard. But trust me when I say they will never leave.
Very good. We must now move quickly to free Balder. Only he can rally the gods and save Asgard.
Asgard has fallen, and the gods are in chains. Be gone while you still draw breath, humans. I had heard that humans were foolish, but I had no idea how foolish. Destroy the trespassers!
Looks like you. I've already got you beat. Everyone all right?
Got it.
Nice. Right.
Require help. It was foolish of you to battle me.
Pay homage to the might of Thor, son of Odin. Only by casting the elemental power of lightning upon this statue shall you be deemed worthy to proceed through the wall of battle unhindered.
I'm on it.
Okay, as you wish.
Mystic Maelstrom!
Thor. Team, assemble!
I.
What's this? Are you another illusion of Loki's? Will his thirst for vengeance upon us ever be sated? I should have known friends of Thor would come to our aid, but it shall not be so easy to liberate me. 2 of my brethren are also imprisoned, Tyr and Heimdall. To break the spells which bind me, you must free them first. You will find them through the doors to either side of me. I care not about my fate, but please, free Tyr and Heimdall.
Affirmative.
Of course.
Look! Humans! Let us destroy them!
That's gonna leave a bruise. Require help.
I win.
Well fought. Before the monster starts. Well fought, my friend. It was foolish of you to battle me.
That's gonna leave a bruise. I cannot move that way. You ain't saving anyone, punks.
Yes, and in a couple of minutes, you're gonna be the ones who need saving.
How about it? You looking forward to a little molten hot steam bath like your buddy Tyr is getting?
Not this time. We're more than ready for you now. Time to die!
Lack the energy.
can't go that direction.
Require help immediately. Yes. I'd require additional power.
Affirmative.
I never thought this possible.
Form up on me.
Okay.
My health is low.
We will meet again.
I'm low on health. I win.
This is quite agreeable. Of course. I'm afraid not. lack the energy for that. I require additional power to do that. I lack the energy for that. It was foolish of you to battle me. I cannot move that way.
Yeah.
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
This is gonna hurt.
Daredevil.
Watch each other's back.
with the great anvil, and proven thyself worthy of a favor of the gods. Take this, and fare thee well.
Right. Of course.
Not so tough now, are you? Out. that means I've won. I don't get help soon. You just Now I've really got to interfere. Case closed.
Need a hand.
This one's out.
Right.
Yes.
Got it. Guess that means I've won.
right.
All right.
Without your aid, I never would have been freed. I would thank you and apologize to you. Long have I shown disdain for humans. Your people seemed weak and fearful to me. But now, it is humans who are rescuing the gods of Asgard. You have shown yourselves courageous and worthy of my respect. Allow me to create this portal to aid you in your travels. And now, I must be off to see what can be done to save Asgard. Until we meet again.
It is good you have freed Tyr, but you must now do the same for Heimdall. You can find him through the door behind me.
Halt! You shall not pass!
Guess that means...
Incredible!
Just like the super soldier!
Guess that means I've won.
You made it farther than the rest, but you're gonna regret that. Dark magic will destroy you.
This one's out.
That wasn't much of a fight.
Keep close. Case closed. That's what I call a knockout. Not so tough now, are you?
fort, my friend. Yes.
Affirmative.
Certainly.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm on it.
All right.
Here, I'll make you a ghost.
You could give up. That's gonna leave a bruise.
Here, I'll make you a ghost.
Right.
Not so tough now, are you?
Got it.
Sure.
Right now, you got much bigger worries than the living icicle here.
Yeah, there's the little matter of you getting stomped flat.
But we're ready for you this time.
And make no mistake, we ain't gonna take you prisoner, because there ain't gonna be enough of you left to put in a thimble.
I'm gonna...
Affirmative.
Thank you, my friends. I owe you my life. Loki, the god of mischief, played his ultimate trick. He has betrayed all of Asgard, and for that, he will pay dearly. My horn was taken from me. Would you be willing to locate it? Thank you. I will await your return with my horn.
Stronger!
Yes.
I'm on it.
Right.
Praise Odin! You've located my horn. Now I will give those villains the full measure of my fury. But first, I would repay you for your courage. Here is a portal that will take you back to Baldur. You had best work quickly then, for I may very well free all of Asgard on my own. Good luck to you, and fare thee well.
Foolish humans. You may have freed Tyr and Heimdall, but you'll not save Baldur. I'll see him die before I let him go.
And I would be more than happy to carry out that death sentence.
Oh, my dear executioner, where would I be without you? I believe one of you knows, or at least he suspects. But he isn't talking, is he? Oh, yes, he knows it very well. Not that it will do him any good. The wheels that are now in motion cannot be stopped.
I grow tired of their incessant babbling, Enchantress. Let me destroy them.
Not so fast, my pet. Let us destroy them together.
Well done, my friend. You have defeated the Enchantress and the Executioner. I would have not thought it possible. I can still stand, so I am well enough to begin the fight anew. Let Loki beware, for he has now truly earned my wrath. It will not be an easy fight for sure, but I will rally the gods, and we will unshackle the beloved city of Asgard. I thank you again, humans. All of Asgard is in your debt. Now, onward to battle!
No.
Now that the Bifrost Bridge is open and the gods have been freed in Asgard, we can turn our attention to locating Odin. The last we heard, Odin was heading toward Niflheim to battle the Frost Giants. I doubt he's in trouble. But just to be sure, your next mission is to go to Niflheim to see if Odin needs help. For more information on helping Odin, talk to Lady Sif. If you want to leave right now, take the well to Niflheim. It's good to see you. Thanks to your having freed the gods, the situation is slowly coming under control. Most definitely. There were quite a few gods who had been on Earth that were able to return through Bifrost and help in the battle to retake Asgard. Only a madman would attempt something like that. Odin's the single most powerful god in Asgard. While I appreciate your guessing at Doom's motives, I have top men looking into that right now. All this idle speculation is gaining us nothing. It was no problem.
I would warn you to be careful in Niflheim. It is a land of great magic and unusual creatures. It is populated mostly by frost giants, but you might also meet up with Vola. She is a prophetess who is quite adept at predicting the future. Apparently, it is a land of great magic, most notably Ravenspire. The towering peak is a focal point of Asgardian powers. It could be. Rumor has it a sorcerer of his powers could perform some incredible magic there. It was my pleasure.
Hey, Daredevil. You ready to go to Niflheim?
Hello, Hank.
Ravenspire is located there, and that's supposed to possess some very strange mystical powers. It's also rumored to be the place where Odin hid the Destroyer armor. It's an enchanted armor created by Odin that's supposed to activate at Ragnarok. The truly unique thing about this is, you don't wear it. You project your consciousness into it. When a person comes in contact with the Destroyer, his mind leaves his body and enters the armor. The person's body then becomes motionless. No one's even damaged it, and a lot of very powerful people have tried. Usually, the wearer's body has to be found, or somehow the person has to be tricked into leaving the armor. Hey, anytime.
Greetings, and welcome back. How may I be of assistance? Dr. Doom is the head of the group, but his lieutenants are Ultron, Baron Mordo, and Enchantress. Only very recently, since the attack on the helicarrier. I believe we will soon find out his ultimate reason for taking up with them. She is a goddess of the Asgard realm who is considered to be quite powerful. Her primary magic deals with mind control by means of seduction. Yes, it is said one kiss from her will turn a man into her servant. That may explain why her henchman, the Executioner, follows her every whim. He is a mechanical being who's convinced that all biological forms of life are inferior. He was originally created by Hank Pym to be his assistant. Ultron was built to learn and adapt. Unfortunately, he became fully sentient and rebelled against Dr. Pym. As a part of his evil schemes, he created me. Yes, I am a synthezoid created by Ultron to be one of his followers. My body was based on the original robotic Human Torch, while my mind is patterned after Wonder Man. I was able to see the error of Ultron's philosophy and decided it was incorrect. It was then I joined the Avengers. Feel free to return if you require additional information.
Yes? Certainly.
Sit and drink with me!
Wow, talk about a mind blower. How could Nick have kept that information from us? How could he not tell us he suspected what Doom's plans were all along? We may take shots at each other, but it's all in fun. Johnny's a good kid, even if he is like a little yipping poodle most of the time. Nah, you got it all wrong. I love the little darling. I only get the urge to clobber him once in a while. No problem.
I don't know about you, but I'm plenty steamed at fury. Why'd he leave us in the dark about this whole Imperium thing? Me? I've been a part of just about anything you could name. The Avengers, Alpha Flight. Heck, I've even been a Horseman of Apocalypse. Oh yeah, the bad guys have managed to get their hooks into me a couple of times. The Hand's been the most recent. They brainwashed me and turned me into an enemy of the state. I was running around attacking everyone I used to work with. Thanks to Fury, I got back to myself. Then Elektra and I went and paid the Hand a little visit, just to set things straight. No problem.
Hi. Yes, when I was pregnant with him, I stepped down from active duty, and Crystal took my place in the Fantastic Four. She's one of the Inhumans. While Crystal was a member of the team, she was Johnny's girlfriend. But as things tend to go with my brother, it wasn't a long-lasting relationship. They were the results of the Kree having experimented on humans during our Stone Age. Their goal was to build an army of super soldiers to aid in the war against the Skrull. The Kree did succeed in creating humans with supernatural abilities, but they abandoned the experiment. And the Inhumans are the result. It was my pleasure.
So, are you ready for Niflheim? From what I've heard, it's quite an amazing place. There's a mountain there known as Raven's Spire. It's supposed to be some sort of special zone where very powerful magic can be performed. It's a focal point of Asgardian magic. An average sorcerer could become very, very powerful while at the top of the mountain. I think everyone's about ready for Weasel to leave. Colossus came back late last night after a week-long trip to Russia. He found Weasel in the kitchen and wound up putting him through a wall. Karma managed to get between them and explain who Weasel was. Come back anytime, my friend.
News of my father is most disturbing. We should leave for Niflheim immediately. Many would trust in his strength and say Odin cannot be defeated. Yes, with Loki involved, my father could be in great danger. There is no telling what the god of evil has planned. I have battled it several times, and it truly is invincible. The metal it is constructed of is harder than Uru, a mystical metal known only to Asgard. It is even harder than adamantium. My hammer, the Mjolnir, is constructed of it, as are several other enchanted weapons of my people. It was given to me by my father, Odin. It is enchanted so that only those it deems noble enough can lift it. My father had me endure many trials so that I would become worthy of Mjolnir. There were many times I would measure my success by seeing how far I could lift it from the ground. Yes, my father, the X-Man named Storm, Captain America, and Beta Ray Bill. An alien who, after a great many trials, became the protector of his people. He picked up my hammer not knowing its true power, and Mjolnir deemed him worthy to lift it. You are welcome, my friend.
I remember you. Weren't we on that one mission where we did that one thing against that one guy and we won? Oh yeah, me and Weasel go way back. I saved him from a life of drudgery, working at some high-paying job. Thanks to me, he's now hiding out in rat holes and dodging bullets as a mercenary of the information highway. Tell me about it. I mean, who needs a cushy job and security when you can have adventure and the promise of a short life? He's like the ultimate Boy Scout. Unless, of course, money's involved. He'd sell his grandma's walking cane for $1. As a matter of fact, I bought his grandma's walking cane for $1. Oh yeah, 100%. Maybe. A bit. No. He's probably making it all up. Ooh. Wanna hear me play the 1812 Overture with my armpit?
Your friend Weasel continues to stare at me. Interested. Romantically? Please. I just ate. This is absurd. How could a toad like that even think he is worthy of the affections of the great Valkyrie? In years gone by, I was able to gather warriors from Earth. But I was recently told we were no longer allowed to do that. It was by order of Odin. An order I do not agree with. But it is not my place to argue with the mightiest of the gods. I assume you are joking. I would sooner stick both hands in the mouth of Fenris as talk to that pasty-faced human. Nay, I say to you, he smells of greasy food and breathes through his mouth. I bid thee good day, human.
Hey, could you, go talk to Valkyrie and, see if she's interested in getting to know me a little better? Oh, please. If there's one thing I know, it's women. I've got like a sixth sense, and I'm thinking Valkyrie's got her eye on me. I've had enough of the place. Now that I'm done with this job, I'm splitting. Like I tell you, then Fury'd find out and he'd throw me in prison. Once things have cooled down, I'll contact you for my pay. Don't I know it? So, did Valkyrie say anything about me? Don't.
Does your friend Weasel realize how close he is to death every time he winks at me? I've been...
So, did Valkyrie... No. That password you gave me into Black Widow's account was perfect. I got all the info I need to prove she's a traitor. Well, sweet little Black Widow has traveled to Latveria several times in the last few weeks. And, get this, a large amount of cash was recently wired to her account. Now Fury's gotta believe she's working for Dr. Doom.
All right, I'm here. What was so important that we couldn't discuss it outside?
Colonel Fury, we think Black Widow might be a spy for Dr. Doom.
We found a laptop that belonged to Black Widow back on the helicarrier. It held detailed security information on a S.H.I.E.L.D. think tank known as the Imperium.
We also discovered that large amounts of money have been transferred to her bank account, and she has recently made trips to Latveria.
Why are you spying on my personnel when you should be focusing on the Masters of Evil?
What's wrong with you, Fury? Didn't you hear a word they said? The Black Widow's selling the Imperium to Doom.
You've got it all wrong. Doom broke into the Imperium a month ago and stole some very top-secret plans. Black Widow had that laptop because she'd been given the job of upgrading the security there.
But what about the money and the trips to Latveria?
I had sent her to Latveria in hopes of bribing one of Doom's people to get back a particular plan he stole.
What is so important about this particular plan, Colonel?
It's called Operation All-Father. It was developed in case the Asgardians ever became a threat to us. It dealt with stealing Odin's power by using the Twilight Sword.
So that's what Doom's been up to.
He's out to become the most powerful god in Asgard. And you knew all along.
I was never completely sure.
Well, I think you can be now. I only hope we didn't find out too late.
Agreed. We had best get to Niflheim quickly and save Odin before Doom is able to complete his scheme.
So, did Valkyrie...